If I had a commander like that, then not only Europe, the whole world would be mine!
Namaskar everyone, welcome to another video of I Love History, and today we're going to be talking about Dracula. Not the vampire one, no, not that one. We're talking about Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad III of Wallachia in modern day Europe. He's like one of my favorite rulers of all time, so today we're going to be talking about him. Vlad the Impaler, Vlad the Dracula, feared by some, a hero to some. So, why is his name? Why is his name Dracula? No, it's not because he sucked blood. That's not the reason. Because in Romania, Dracul meant dragon, and Dracula meant the son of a dragon. And his father was, I think he was of the Dracul lineage, and he was considered that. So Dracul meant dragon, so that's why his son, Vlad, got the name Dracula. And for the Impaler, we're gonna you'll get to know when you'll get to know later on in this video. So Vlad the Dracula was born in 1431, at that time the Ottoman Empire was a pretty vast empire. It had its ruler, like, it was just a really big empire. It was like a superpower of its time, you could say. So the Ottoman Empire, when Vlad was just 11, he and his brother Radu were taken as hostages, and they were kept in the Ottoman court so that Vlad's dad wouldn't attack the Ottomans and would be a vassal of the Ottomans. And Wallachia was like a puppet or tributary state to the Ottoman Empire. So Vlad's life in the Ottoman Empire, Vlad and his brother learned a lot of Ottoman war tactics and the Ottoman language, strategies, everything. But Vlad secretly hated and despised the Ottomans a lot, because the Ottomans were conquering the land of the Christians in Europe. So later in 1448, I think, Vlad returned to Wallachia and became its ruler for a few years, but he could only assert his power till 1456. And he slowly became, and let me tell you, at that time, Wallachia was pretty corrupt. A lot of corruption was going on everywhere. So Vlad was like, I'm going to squeeze out all this corruption. But how did he do it? By fear. So, there's a poll. I have a pen here. Let me explain. So, he impaled bodies of people into a spear. Not just innocent people, no. The traitors, the criminals, he impaled those guys. So this made many people hate Vlad, but it also made many regular people love Vlad, because the regular people won't get exploited by the criminals anymore. But the rest of Europe, like the Saxons and the Hungarians, they didn't like Vlad, and of course the Ottomans didn't. Because now in 1461, when the Ottomans were busy fighting the remnants of the Byzantine Empire, at that time the Ottoman ruler was Mehmed II. So Vlad seized this chance and he didn't pay tribute to the Ottomans. Till now, Wallachia used to send like young boys so that to the Ottomans, so that the Ottomans could get new good soldiers. And they also used to pay tribute, I think 10,000 gold coins a month. I'm not sure, but it was something like that. So Vlad refused to do that, and instead he went on a campaign along the Danube River, which was the border of the Ottomans and Wallachia, and he looted and destroyed a lot of cities over there, and he killed like around 24,000 Turks and Bulgarian Ottoman officers and soldiers, I think. So he did all that. So then Mehmed II, the ruler of the Ottoman Empire, would obviously get mad on this. So after he defeated the remnants of the Byzantine Empire, he decided that he would have to teach Vlad a lesson. And at that time, he thought that Hungary, and Hungary was really big and powerful at that time, Hungary and Vlad were allies, which they were actually not. And they were kind of allies, but Hungary wouldn't help Vlad against the Ottomans, because the Hungarians didn't want to risk war with a superpower like the Ottomans. So then, Mehmed II, some sources say that he had 100,000 soldiers, and some sources says 150,000 soldiers. So he, with his 100 to 150,000 soldiers, came to attack Vlad the Impaler. But Vlad only had like around 20,000 to 30,000 soldiers. So the Ottomans marched into Wallachian territory. And as Vlad had such less numbers, he did guerrilla warfare. So whenever the Ottomans were like stopping around, he would attack them at night and by using guerrilla warfare. And also an Ottoman navy was coming through the Danube River. I'm going to show it on the map over here. So the Ottoman navy was also coming with a lot of soldiers. So Vlad sent half of his army there to like stop them. So, but then now, Vlad's most famous and daring campaign. On June 16th, 1462. Wait, let me confirm the date. Yes, I was right. On 16 June 1462, the Ottoman, the 1 lakh to 150,000 Ottoman soldiers were resting in the night in their camp, and Vlad decided to do something unthinkable. He, and with his 7,000 cavalry, and at that time his expedition force, which went to defeat the Ottoman navy, it had already defeated them. They like returned back to the main Vlad army. Like they were pretty close to each other. So Vlad prepared an attack to the Ottoman like camp. Like 1 lakh soldiers, that is a lot. So Vlad with his 7,000 cavalry, he they all disguised as Turkish officers, and as Vlad knew a lot of Turkish, he was granted access into the camp. And he came in, and then as all of the Ottoman soldiers were sleeping, Vlad decided to kill Mehmed II. So Vlad rushed in with his cavalry to Mehmed's camp, and he killed and all of the Ottoman soldiers, as they got to know about this, they went into panic, and some of them were even attacking each other. Because it was nighttime, they couldn't see properly, an attack happened, Wallachian soldiers were killing them, they got really confused and messed up, and Vlad killed a lot of senior officers of the Ottoman army, but Mehmed II escaped. Vlad had almost killed Mehmed II, the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, but he escaped. And at this time, Vlad thought his expedition force would come, but his expedition force was nowhere to be seen. Some sources say that the Ottomans killed them, some sources say that they betrayed Vlad, but they were not there. So Vlad, as he was so less in numbers, had to retreat. So there were 100,000 Ottoman soldiers there. I think 20,000 to 40,000 Ottoman soldiers died, and Vlad came in with 7,000 cavalry, and 1,000 of 2,000 of Vlad's soldiers died. So that's like brilliant. So Vlad had to escape from there. So a few days later, let me check the date. Yeah, so now this is why he got the title The Impaler. Because on 23rd June 1462, Mehmed II, who was literally furious after that attack, wanted to march into Wallachia again to completely destroy Vlad's kingdom. But just on the outskirts of the capital, Mehmed II saw 20,000 Ottoman prisoners impaled in the forest. Some were half alive, some were barely alive, some were limping, some bodies were rotting. They say that up to 3 kilometers, the bodies were just there. This left Mehmed II disgusted and horrified. And all of the Ottoman soldiers' morale collapsed, which made Mehmed II retreat. Vlad the Impaler had just defeated Mehmed II with psychological warfare. But Mehmed II wasn't gonna just accept his loss this easily. So he established Vlad's brother Radu as the new king of Wallachia. And because of this war with the Ottomans, Walachia's economy and people were kinda in bad conditions. So when Radu came to power, he was like, I'm gonna fix everything and I'm gonna remove taxes. Everyone started supporting Radu. And Vlad, after that war, all of his soldiers were hungry and tired, so they couldn't even attack Radu at this time. So Vlad went into Hungary after this, and he asked for an alliance, but instead he was imprisoned for 12 years by the Hungarians. So he kind of got betrayed by the Hungarians, and later on, let me check the date. Oh yeah, in August 1462, Vlad fled north to get help from the Hungarians, but he was arrested and imprisoned for 12 years. But later, in 1476, Vlad made one last comeback, and this time the Hungarians supported him so that Vlad could get the Wallachian throne back. But in December of 1476, Vlad died. Some sources say he naturally died. Some say that there was a traitor who killed him. Some sources says the Ottoman killed him. Some sources say that he died in some battle near Budapest. But whatever it was, he died in December 1476. And his head was cut off and sent to Mehmed II, who when saw his head was like, this guy has fallen. If I had one commander like this, then the whole world would be mine. So guys, that's the intense, amazing, brave, or horrifying for some, stories of Vlad the Impaler or Vlad the Dracula. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you learned something new. So guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Om Shanti. Have a nice day.